Yes, hamjambo. Jina langu ni Abdul Karim. Karibuni kwa darasa letu la leo. Leo tutajifunza kuhusu vitenzi vya Kiswahili, lakini tutajifunza kuhusu kukanusha. Kukanusha vitenzi vya Kiswahili. Negating Swahili verbs, sawa? Leo tutajifunza kuhusu kukanusha vitenzi vya Kiswahili. How you can negate the Swahili verbs. So, yes, kama kawaida sema hujambo mwalimu, hali gani? Yeah. Ndio. Niambie hujambo mwalimu, vipi hali yako? Kuna kitu hapa, sijui kitu gani. Sawa. Ndio. Yaani hakikisha uwepo wako hapa kwa kunisalimia tu, angalau nione ni nani hawa wanahudhuria nami darasa. Vizuri, ni Raihana na Warda. Hamjambo. Hatujambo hapa. Nasema hujambo mwalimu. Sijambo Warda. Raihana anasema hujambo mwalimu. Sijambo Raihana. Vipi hali zenu? Tutaendelea na darasa letu, lakini I need to share this to our group. So let me just share this, then we will continue with the lesson. Just a moment, I share this in the group. Yes, share here. Salama, asante. Sawa. I put the thumbnail, but yeah, ndio. Sawa, tutaendelea. I need to share. Yes. Okay, tutaendelea hivi on. I'll share my screen here, how we can negate Swahili verbs. Share the screen. Share the window, share the Chrome. Okay, so it's here. Yeah, ndio tunaanza namna ya kukanusha vitenzi, Yesterday we just talked about how to conjugate Swahili verbs. We learned how we can conjugate Swahili verbs in the present tense, in the past tense, and in the future tense, both singular and plural forms. In this lesson, we will learn how we can negate these verbs. Yes, okay, so let me just include it here. Negation of Swahili verbs in both tenses, in all the tenses in Swahili. I will again share here. I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let me reshare this again. Okay, we have here negation of Swahili verbs. Share the screen. Okay. Yeah, you can see the screen here now. Okay. Sawa. So it's here. Negation of Swahili verbs. We have we have the three tenses. I'll say it is wakati uliopo, wakati. Let's start with the past tense. Wakati uliopita, wakati uliopita. Then this is a past tense, and we have wakati uliopo. Lastly, we have wakati ujao. Wakati ujao. So these are the basic tenses in Swahili, and yeah, right here nyakati za Kiswahili. Nyakati za Kiswahili. The basic tenses in Swahili. Nyakati za Kiswahili. Okay, so we will try to negate first in the present tense. Not present tense, but actually the past tense, because we are following this format. We'll try to negate first in the past tense. So I write here. We form just the normal sentence, and we write here. So we have Mimi. Okay. We identified the pronouns. The pronouns Mimi here. Mimi. Wewe. You. Yeye. Mimi. Wewe. Yeye. Yeye is here. Yeye is him or her. Yeye. Sisi. Sisi. Nyinyi. You all. Sisi, we. Nyinyi, you all. Wao, them or they. Wow. Sawa. We make a verb here. Mimi. Okay, so we use the verb kusoma to read. Sawa, kusoma. I will read the verb kusoma, and I also use the verb kula, one of the monosyllabic verbs, and you'll see how the negation somehow changes with the other monosyllabic verbs. The monosyllabic verbs, the negation actually is quite different, because it's not very different. We just omit the ku only when you're negating in the present tense. But here in the past tense, just everything will be okay. Wakati kukanusha wakati uliopita. Kukanusha wakati uliopita. Negating the past tense. Okay, so here we have, you know, the past tense is normally represented by li. So the verb kusoma, we learned this yesterday. I want you to write how will be in the past tense. I read in the past tense. How will it be? I read in the past tense. How will it be? Just write in the comment section below, and I see how we can. Vizuri sana. Sijambo. Yeah, how will we write the verb kusoma using mimi in the past tense? Yeah, how will you conjugate this verb kusoma? Yeah, we learned this yesterday, and I want to see if you got it or not. Yeah, you can write mimi dash. Do you say mimi tusoma, sisi tulisoma, mimi utasoma, or mimi nilisoma? Just in the past tense, how do we write the correct verb, the positive verb here? This was our yesterday's lesson. We see. Yeah, I see people are writing here. Kutosoma. Actually, I wanted the positive verbs. Tafadhali rudia. I want you to write the positive verbs. Okay, so let me write the positive verbs, so we can learn how we can negate this verb. kusoma, I'll say mimi ninasoma. I think maybe you forgot how to conjugate. Mimi ninasoma, but this is present tense. Now we are talking about the past tense. It will be mimi nilisoma. Mimi nilisoma, this is past tense. Mimi nilisoma, it's past because of this li. Sawa, wakati uliopita. If we want to kukanusha, to negate, kukanusha, then here we say mimi sikusoma. Mimi sikusoma. Mimi sikusoma. I did not read. Mimi sikusoma. Wewe ulisoma. Wewe ulisoma. Wewe hukusoma. We say wewe hukusoma. Mimi sikusoma. Wewe hukusoma. Yeah, kukanusha here is to negate. Mimi sikusoma, wewe hukusoma. Yeye alisoma, he read. Yeye alisoma. For negation will be yeye haku. Yeye hakusoma. Yeye hakusoma. Sisi tulisoma. Sisi tulisoma. Sisi hatukusoma. That's the negation. Sisi hatukusoma. Hatukusoma. Sisi hatukusoma. You notice here in the negation of this past tense, the verbs are just taking their normal forms, like here, normal forms, just soma here. The verb is soma. So, but we are adding here siku, here we add huku, here we add haku. Yeye hakusoma, sisi hatukusoma. We did not read. So, nyinyi mlisoma. You all read. If we want to negate, we say nyinyi hamkusoma. You all did not read. Nyinyi hamkusoma. So just say nyinyi hamkusoma. It will be this way. Nyinyi hamkusoma. Nyinyi hamkusoma. Wao walisoma. Wao walisoma. Wao hawakusoma. Wao hawakusoma. Yeah, so this just become hawakusoma. Wao walisoma. Wao hawakusoma. Hawakusoma. You see how this is how the format, how we negate the verbs in the past tense, just using the present tense format. Not the present tense, but the past tense format. So we have here, I read once more. Mimi nilisoma, I read. Mimi sikusoma, I did not read. Wewe ulisoma, you read. Wewe hukusoma, you did not read. Yeye alisoma, yeye alisoma. Yeye hakusoma, he read, he did not read. Sisi tulisoma, we read. Sisi hatukusoma, we did not read. Sisi hatukusoma. Nyinyi mlisoma, you all read. Nyinyi hamkusoma, you all did not read. Nyinyi hamkusoma. Wao walisoma. Wao walisoma. Wao hawakusoma, they did not read. Wao hawakusoma. Sawa. So this is how we can negate the verbs in this format. Wao walisoma, wao hawakusoma. So I'll give you an example so that we can try and see how you can negate Mimi nilisoma. Vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Let's see how we can negate these verbs here. So here, instead of writing like nilisoma, we'll use another verb. Let's have here. So this is our exercise we're trying to do. Yeah, we're trying to do here. We're trying to negate this in the past tense. The verb here is kulala, which means to sleep. To sleep. Mimi nililala. Wewe ulilala. Yeye alilala. Sisi tulilala. Ninyi mlilala. Wao walilala. Okay, let's try to negate this verb and see how they be. Kukanusha, to negate. Yeah, let's try to negate and see. The first one, mimi nililala. What will be the negative form of mimi nililala? You want to tell someone, I did not sleep. Mimi nililala. How will you say this in Swahili? Mimi nililala. Yeah, let's try to answer. Just write in the comment section. Yeah, let's try. Okay. Mimi sikulala. Mimi sikulala vizuri sana. Hujambo, Foeb, karibu sana. Mimi sikulala vizuri sana. Mimi nililala. Mimi sikulala. Mimi sikulala. Sawa. Wewe ulilala. Try. Wewe ulilala. How do you say you did not sleep? Wewe ulilala. We want to negate. Wewe. Yeah, how will you write? Wewe. Vizuri, vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Mimi sikulala. Vizuri sana. Wewe. Wewe ulilala. No, we are still on wewe, you. Sisi hatukulala. This is okay. We can write here sisi hatukulala. We can write where sisi hatukulala. We did not sleep. But we are talking about the second part here. Yeah, here. Wewe ulilala. Let's see. Wewe hukulala. Wewe hukulala. Wewe hukulala. Vizuri sana. Hukulala. Wewe hukulala. Hukulala. You did not sleep. Huku, not haku. Haku will be used in the next examples here. Wewe hukulala. Okay. We go to the next one. Yeye alilala. How do we say he or she did not sleep? But here the positive form is yeye alilala. We want to negate this. Yeye alilala. Okay, yeye alilala. Let's see. Yeye alilala. Yeye hakulala. Vizuri sana. Yeye hakulala. Sawa. Right here. Yeye hakulala. Vizuri. Wewe hukulala. Yeye hakulala. Yeye hakulala. Yeah, Rehana already answered sisi hatukulala. Now we'll go to nyinyi mlilala. How will we negate this? Nyinyi mlilala. Nyinyi mlilala. How will we negate nyinyi mlilala? We want to say you did not sleep. You all did not sleep. Yes, hakulala. Vizuri. Hakulala. Sawa. Hawakulala. Hawakulala, this for the last part. But just nyinyi. Nyinyi. How will it be? Nyinyi. Nyinyi hamkulala. Vizuri sana, Warda. Nyinyi hamkulala. Hamkulala. Vizuri sana. Nyinyi hamkulala. Say hamkulala. Wao walilala. They slept. Wao walilala. Wao walilala. How will we negate? Wao walilala. They slept. Wao walilala. Wao walilala. How will we negate this? Wao walilala. Nyinyi hamkulala. Vizuri. Wao hawakulala. They did not sleep. Vizuri sana. Wao hawakulala. Wao hawakulala. They did not sleep. Wao hawakulala. Wao hawakulala. They did not sleep. Sawa sawa, tunaendelea. Okay, wao hawakulala. Sawa sawa, I see the comments here. We continue. Vizuri sana. Wao hawakulala. For writing wao hawakulala. Vizuri. Wao hawakulala. Okay, vizuri sana. Next, we go to how we can negate the present tense. The present tense, and remember, the present tense is represented by na. When you just see like mimi nina cheza, that is the verb is in present form. So I write here wakati. This was wakati uliopita. This was wakati uliopita. Now this wakati uliopita, now it's wakati ujao. Wakati uliopo, not ujao. Uliopo. This is a present tense. Uliopo, and this is represented by na. You should not forget this. So we use the verb kusoma again. Kusoma. We use this verb kusoma, and we will see. Okay. So if it's kusoma here, I say mimi ninasoma. Mimi ninasoma. Wewe unasoma. Yeye anasoma. Sisi tunasoma. Nyinyi mnasoma. Wao wanasoma. Wao wanasoma. So if you have any question, you just write in the comment section below and I'll get to it. If you have any question. Wao hawakulala. Wao wanasoma. Now let's negate this. When we negate this, what we do here is we add the C, but the final R here changes to I. So we have mimi ninasoma, mimi si, so, then M, then instead of sisoma, say sisomi. Most students, they say mimi sisoma, mimi sisoma, mimi sicheza, mimi sikula, mimi si, yani sicheka, yani they forget to omit this R. This present tense, you have to omit the R, and you replace I instead of R. So we say sisomi, I am not reading. Ninasoma, I am reading. Sisomi, I am not reading. Wewe unasoma, wewe husomi. Wewe husomi. Yeye anasoma, yeye hasomi. Yeye hasomi. Yeye hasomi. He or she is not reading. Sisi tunasoma, sisi hatusomi. Sisi hatusomi. Nambari ya okay, nyinyi mnasoma, nyinyi hamsomi. Hamsomi. Wao wanasoma, we say wao hawasomi. They are not reading. Wao hawasomi. Wao hawasomi. And we get this. Mimi sisomi, I'm not reading. Mimi si, then me, sisomi. Wewe husomi. Wewe husomi. Yeye ha, then yeye hasomi. Sisi hatu, then we say me here. Sisi hatusomi. Nyinyi hamsomi. Nyinyi hamsomi. Wao hawasomi. Wao hawasomi. Wao hawasomi. They are not reading. They are not reading. So you just need to understand. Mimi ninasoma, mimi sisomi. Wewe unasoma, wewe husomi. Yeye anasoma, yeye hasomi. Sisi tunasoma, sisi hatusomi. Nyinyi mnasoma, nyinyi hamsomi. Nyinyi mnasoma, nyinyi hamsomi. Wao wanasoma, they are reading. Wao hawasomi, they are not reading. Wao hawasomi. You get students, they are not reading, you say wanafunzi hawasomi. Students are not reading. Wanafunzi hawasomi. We have another verb here. We'll have another verb that we can use as an exercise. But before we get that verb that we can use about an exercise, let's take one of the monosyllabic verbs, one of the 9 monosyllabic verbs, and try to use it in this text and see how it changes. And at the end of this lesson, while we summarize this lesson, we'll compare how monosyllabic verbs change and how these verbs, normal verbs, change. Okay, so one of the monosyllabic verb is kula, which means to eat. To eat. To eat. Kula. Kula. Mimi ninakula. Wewe unakula. Yeye anakula. Sisi tunakula. Nyinyi mnakula. Wao wanakula. Wao wanakula. If we have mimi ninakula, it will be mimi sili. The ku in monosyllabic verbs will omit itself, will disappear and just become mimi sili. Mimi sili. Mimi sili. Yeah, some people make mistake by saying mimi sikuli, but this is completely wrong. So you don't say mimi sikuli. Instead, say mimi sili. Mimi sili. I'm not eating. It can also mean I don't eat. Wewe unakula, wewe huli. Huli. Don't say wewe hukuli. Sawa? Don't say wewe hukuli. Sawa? Wewe huli. Sawa? Wewe huli. Okay. Mimi sili. Sawa, wewe yeye anakula, yeye hali. Hali. Yeye hali. Yeye hali. Don't say hakuli. Don't say yeye hakuli. Please don't say yeye hakuli, yeye hali. Sawa? Yeye hali. Vizuri sana. Sisi tunakula, sisi tunakula, we are eating. Sisi tunakula, sisi hatuli. Sisi hatuli. Sisi hatuli. Sisi hatuli. Sisi hatuli. Again, don't say sisi hatukuli. You know, I made a mistake in the first video. I didn't mention to you about the monosyllabic verbs when we were negating the verbs in the past tense, but we'll go back to that one. Don't worry. Sisi hatuli, sawa? Sisi hatuli. Don't say sisi hatukuli. Sisi hatuli. Then nyinyi mnakula, nyinyi hamli. Nyinyi hamli, and don't say again nyinyi hamkuli. Yeah, don't say this. Nyinyi hamkuli. Just say nyinyi hamli. You're not eating. Nyinyi hamli. You all are not eating. So you all are not eating. Okay. Wao wanakula, wao hawali. Hawali. I want someone to write in the comment section, they are not eating rice. They are not eating rice. The word for rice is wali. You know, cooked rice. We say wali. So I want you to write, they are not eating wali. Wao hawali. Don't say wao hawakuli. Sawa? Don't say wao hawakuli, please. Don't say this. Say wao hawali. Hawali. Just right. They are not eating rice. Wao hawali. This was for monosyllabic verbs. Wao hawali. Wao hawali. Nahana say wao hawali wali. Vizuri sana. Wao hawali wali. Vizuri. Wao, you check that's the spelling mistake there. Wao hawali wali. They're not eating rice. Sawa? Wao hawali wali. Okay, so we continue with another verb for exercise. This is to give us an exercise. Wao hawali. Okay, we use the verb kucheka. Kucheka. Kucheka is to laugh. Kucheka, to laugh. Mimi ninacheka. Wewe unacheka. Wao yeye anacheka. Sisi tunacheka. Nyinyi mnacheka. Nyinyi mnacheka. Wao wanacheka. Wao wanacheka. So let's try to negate these into, let's try to put these into the negative forms of Swahili. The first one, mimi ninacheka. How will we negate this one? Mimi ninacheka. Mimi ninacheka. I want to try and negate this verb. I am laughing. We want to say I'm not laughing in Swahili. Mimi ninacheka. Let's see. Sicheki. Sicheki. Vizuri sana. Warda anasema sicheki. Fweb anasema sicheki. Vizuri sana. Sicheki. Sawa. Sicheki. Vizuri sana. Mimi sicheki. Vizuri. Wewe unacheka. How do we say you're not laughing? You are not laughing. How do you say this? Let's try to see. Yeah, they're not laughing. They're not laughing. Let's see. Wewe hucheki. Wewe hucheki vizuri. Wewe hucheki vizuri. Wewe hucheki. Sawa. Tunaandika hapa wewe hucheki. What about yeye anacheka? Yeye anacheka. He or she is laughing. How do we put this one into negative form? He or she is not laughing. He or she is not laughing. Let's try to put it into that form. He or she is not laughing. Okay, let's see. Yeye anacheka, yeye hacheki. Wait, not sisi, but sorry. So you are talking about yeye. Yeye, okay. Okay, yeye hacheki. Okay. Sisi hatucheki. Sisi hatucheki. Sisi hatucheki. Sisi hatucheki. What about nyinyi? Nyinyi mnacheka? Yeah, you are laughing. You're not laughing. Nyinyi hamcheki. Nyinyi hamcheki. Nyinyi hamcheki. Nyinyi hamcheki. Wao wanacheka. Wao wanacheka. Wao wanacheka. Wao wanacheka. They are laughing. Wao wanacheka. How do you say they're not laughing? Hatucheki. Yeah, this one. Sisi hatucheki. Cheki. Hamcheki vizuri. Hawacheki. Wao hawacheki. Wao hawacheki. Wao hawacheki. They're not laughing. Wao hawacheki. Yeah, we continue. We continue again. Let's see how we can negate verbs in the future tense. Future tense. In the future. So this was wakati uliopo. We'll go to wakati ujao. Wakati ujao. Vizuri sana Foeb. Wao hawacheki. Vizuri sana. Vizuri sana Foeb. We're going to see how we can negate the verbs in wakati ujao. That's future tense. Wakati ujao. So, let's see. Wakati ujao. I write here wakati ujao. Wakati ujao. Okay, so we just have to write here. We don't need to go anywhere. Or kanusha wakati ujao. So here we say ujao. Ujao. This is ta. Ta. Yeah. We have another verbs here. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we have here. We continue like we say kusafiri. Kusafiri, to travel. Kusafiri. Or let's see. Kusafiri is a verb of Arabic origin because it's ending with an I. So let's look another one with the ending of with the ending of the A. So we say kuandika. 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 Sawa? Mimi nitaandika. Mimi nitaandika. Wewe utaandika. Yeye ataandika. Sisi tutaandika. Nyinyi mtaandika. Sawa, utaandika. Wao wataandika. They will write. They will write. Wao wataandika. Sawa? Wao wataandika. We have how we can negate this one. Only in the present tense, the last R changes to I. The other tense, the R doesn't changes to I, just remains the same. We have here kuandika, kukanusha, kanusha. Mimi nitaandika, I will say mimi sitaandika. I will not write. Mimi sitaandika. Wewe utaandika, wewe hutaandika. Wewe hutaandika. Yeye ataandika, yeye hataandika. Yeye hataandika. Yeye hataandika. He or she will not write. Sisi tutaandika, sisi hatutaandika. We will not write. Sisi hatutaandika. Nyinyi mtaandika, you all will write. When you want to negate, we just say nyinyi hamtaandika. Nyinyi hamtaandika. Wao wataandika, wao hawataandika. Wao hawataandika. They will not write. Wao hawataandika. Let's see with the monosyllabic verbs if it will change or not. Let's see. Let's use kunywa, which means to drink. Kunywa. Kunywa, sawa, kunywa. Kunywa. Mimi ninakunywa, I'm drinking. Ninakunywa, I'm drinking. Not ninakunywa, nitakunywa, nitakunywa. I will drink. Wewe utakunywa, you will drink. Yeye atakunywa, he or she will drink. Sisi tutakunywa, we will drink. Nyinyi mtakunywa, mtakunywa, you will drink. You all will drink. Wao watakunywa, they will drink. They will drink. Sawa, wao watakunywa. They all will drink. Wao watakunywa. So this negation is just same to the normal ones. Mimi nitakunywa, mimi sitakunywa. Wewe utakunywa, wewe hutakunywa. Yeye atakunywa, yeye hatakunywa. Sisi tutakunywa, sisi hatutakunywa. Nyinyi mtakunywa, nyinyi hamtakunywa. Wao watakunywa, wao hawatakunywa. Wao hawatakunywa. They will not drink. Wao hawatakunywa. You see, it's just the same as we have been doing with the other ones. Wao watakunywa, wao hawatakunywa. Same. This is just same. Wao hawatakunywa. Now let's see here. This sitakunywa, wewe hutakunywa, yeye hatakunywa, sisi hatutakunywa, nyinyi hamtakunywa, wao hawatakunywa. Okay, we continue. Let's do an exercise. Let's do an exercise and see if you understood how to negate this part. Oh my God, what did I just do? What did I do? Okay, see. Yeah, let's use the verb ku. Which verb? Kufunga. Kufunga. Yeah, kufunga, it means to fast. Also, it means to close. So yeah, either meaning you can use whichever you like. So kufunga, it means to fast, like you fast 40 days, 30 days, you fast a week. This is kufunga. So let's see. Mimi nitafunga, wewe utafunga, yeye atafunga, wao sisi tutafunga, nyinyi mtafunga, wao watafunga. They will fast. Let's try to negate this one. Mimi nitafunga. How will I negate this in the future form? Let's see. Yeah, mimi nitafunga. How will I say I will not close or I will not fast? Yes, I see here. Sitafunga, vizuri, sitafunga, sawa. Sitafunga, vizuri sana, sitafunga. Okay, ninaendelea hapa. Mimi sitafunga. Wewe utafunga, how will I say? You will close or you will fast. Try, let's see. Wewe utafunga. You will fast or you will close. Yes, how do you say this in Swahili? Wewe, Rehana says, wewe hutafunga, vizuri sana. Warda, wewe hutafunga. Sawa, vizuri sana. Wewe hutafunga. Wewe hutafunga. Ye atafunga. What about ye atafunga? How will we negate this? Yeye, vizuri sana. Yeye hatafunga. Vizuri. Yeye hatafunga. Foeb, Rehana says yeye hatafunga. Vizuri sana. Warda, yeye hatafunga. Vizuri sana. Yeye hatafunga. Yeah, sisi tutafunga. We will fast. How will we negate this? Sisi tutafunga. Sisi tutafunga. We will fast. Sisi tutafunga. Sisi hatutafunga. Vizuri sana, Rehana. Sisi hatutafunga. Vizuri sana. Sisi hatutafunga. Sisi hatutafunga. We will not fast. Sisi hatutafunga. Nyinyi mtafunga. You will fast or you will close. How will I say? How will I say? Let's see here. Yes, nyinyi mtafunga. You will close. Okay. Warda anasema hawatafunga. Nyinyi wao hawatafunga. Wao hawatafunga. Rehana, hamtafunga. Vizuri. Nyinyi hamtafunga. Lastly, we have wao watafunga. How will you say wao watafunga? Wao watafunga, wao hawatafunga. Vizuri sana. Vizuri sana Rehana. Wao hawatafunga. They will not close. Sawa, wao hawatafunga. So in this lesson, we have learned how to negate the verbs, the Swahili verbs in the present tense, in the past tense, and in the future tense. And we also briefly learned how you can negate the monosyllabic verbs in the present tense. Just the other tenses, let's see. Let's give a summary of this, how we can negate this. Let's see. Let's give a summary of this and see. So we have here the summary here. We start here, past, present, past, present, and future. So this is a summary here. We have, let me just add here another one. Past, okay. We'll use the verb, we'll use this, we just use random verbs. Let's see. What's random verbs actually? Okay, mimi, wewe, yeye, sisi, nyinyi, wao. Okay, sisi, nyinyi, wao. Okay, we have here the verb that we will use here is kulia, to cry, kulia. Mimi nililia, mimi nililia, mimi ninalia, I'm crying. Mimi ninalia, mimi nitalia, nitalia. If we want to negate here, I will say mimi silii. Wait. Mimi nililia, mimi sikulia. Okay. Mimi silii. Mimi here, I'll say mimi silii. Then here we said sitalia. Sitalia. Wewe ulilia, you cried. Wewe hukulia, you did not cry. Yeah. Yeye, wewe hukulia. Wewe unalia. Wewe hulii. Wewe utalia. Wewe hutalia. Wewe hutalia. So the ones that are down here, these are the negative. These are the negative ones. Yes, so the ones are down here. These are the negative ones. You see. You see here the negatives. Okay, so just see how it is. Yeye analia, yeye alilia. Yeye hakulia. Yeye analia. Halii. Atalia. Hatalia. He or she will not cry. Sawa. Hatalia. Hatalia. Sisi tulilia. We cried. Hatukulia. We did not cry. sisi tunalia, we are crying. Hatulii, we are not crying. Tutalia, we will cry. Hatutalia, we will not cry. So if you have any question, just ask in the comment section below. Tunalia, hatulii. Sawa. Hatutalia, hatutalia. Sawa. Nyinyi mlilia, hamkulia. Mnalia, hamlii. Mtalia, hamtalia. Hamtalia. Sawa sawa. Wao walilia, hawakulia. Wanalia, hawalii. They're not crying. Hawalii. Watalia, hawatalia. Hawatalia. They will not cry. Hawatalia. Yeah, okay. Okay, sawa, tunaendelea. Continue this way. Okay. Sawa sawa, tunaendelea. We are continuing. Yeah, so this how you can just see how the verbs are taking the negation. Ulilia, unalia, utalia. Ulilia, hukulia, you did not cry. Alilia, hakulia. Yeah. Hawatafunga. Vizuri sana Foeb. Okay, so this how you see the way the verbs are, we're trying to negate them in this way. Yeah, both in the three tenses. This is just a summary of how we have done. You can just start from here. Nililia, sikulia. Ninalia, silii. Nitalia, sitalia. Ulilia, hukulia. Unalia, hulii. Utalia, you will cry. Hutalia, you will not cry. Alilia, he cried. Hakulia, he or she did not cry. Analia, he's crying. Hatalia, halii, he is not crying. Atalia, he or she will cry. Hatalia, he or she will not cry. Sisi tulilia, we cried. Sisi hatukulia, we did not cry. Tunalia, we are crying. Hatulii, we are not crying. Tutalia, we will cry. Hatutalia, we will not cry. Mlilia, you cried. Hamkulia, you did not cry. Mnalia, you are crying. Hamlii, you are not crying. Mtalia, you will cry. Hamtalia, you will not cry. Then we have walilia, they cried. Hawakulia, they did not cry. Wanalia, they are crying. Hawalii, they are not crying. Watalia, they will cry. Hawatalia, they will not cry. So we have one last thing we need to do. The final part here is how, let's see the use with the monosyllabic verb, and you see how it will look like in all the tenses. Okay, we use the verb kula. Mimi ninakula. This is a past actually, so it's not ninakula, it's actually nilikula. If we want to negate, we say mimi sikula. So we don't say mimi sikukula, because the ku for monosyllabic disappeared and the ku for the negation in the past entered, so it was replaced. Mimi nilikula, mimi sikula. Yeah, wewe ulikula, wewe hukula. Wewe ulikula, wewe hukula. You did not eat. So we don't say wewe hukukula. No. Mimi ninakula. Mimi sili. I'm not eating. Mimi sili. Mimi sili. Mimi sili. Mimi sili. I'm not eating. Nitakula. Sitakula. Sitakula. So you see how they are. Yeah. Ulikula, hukula. Unakula, huli. You're not eating. Huli. Utakula, hutakula. You not eat. Utakula, hutakula. Alikula, hakula. He ate, he did not eat. Anakula, hali. Yeye anakula, yeye hali. Atakula, hatakula. Sisi tulikula, we ate. Hatukula. We don't say hatukukula or hakukula. We just say hakula. So hatukula. Tunakula, hatuli. Tutakula, hatutakula. Hatutakula. Tunakula, hatutakula. We are eat. Wait, tutakula, hatutakula. We will eat, will not eat. Tunakula, hatuli. We are eating, we're not eating. Nyinyi mlikula, hamkula, hamkula. Mnakula, hamli. You're not eating. You all, you're not eating. Then hamli is like this. We have mtakula, hamtakula, hamtakula. It's hamtakula. Wao walikula, hawakula. Wanakula, hawali. Yeah, hawali wali. They're not eating the cooked rice. Hawali wali. Okay, we see here. Wanakula, hawali. Watakula, hawatakula. They will not eat. Watakula, hawatakula. Yeah, this all for this part of negation, of negating this verb. Subiri. Just I will answer your questions shortly. Ninakula, sili. Okay, so this how we negate these monosyllabic verbs in the present tense. Sawa? In the present tense. So there's some question in the comment section below. I can see. Watching from Egypt. Lua Akech. Vizuri sana Lua. Loidi. You know, that is greeting. Sudanese greeting. Lua. Okay. Siwezi kusema. Toto la Urusi anasema nini? Siwezi kusema. Siwezi kusema nini? Siwezi kusema sijalia instead of sikulia. Sikulia. So this one, what you are talking about in this lesson was basically the basic tense. So when you say sijalia, this negation of some of the advanced tense, which is the may tense. Sawa, nimelia, I have cried. Sijalia, I have not cried. So these tenses, we have may and may shall. We'll discuss in the future lessons, so don't worry about this. Nimelia, sijalia. Nimecheza, I have played. Sijacheza, I have not played. Sawa? Nimekula, I have eaten. Sijala, I have not eaten. So this basically we'll talk about them in the future lesson. So usiwe na shaka dada, usiwe na shaka. Yeah, so that's all for this lesson. We'll meet in the next lesson. We'll talk about something else. Yeah, so if you have any question, again, just ask in the comment section before we end our live session. If you have any question, kindly uliza. Uliza before we have this live session. And or if you have question or comment, just ask. Yeah. Tunaendelea kujifunza Kiswahili. Asante sana. Karibu Phoebe. Is it Phoebe or Phoebe? Ninasahau kutamka jina lako vizuri. Phoebe or Phoebe, sijui ni jina gani. Do you do this at this time every week? We actually was supposed to have the lesson, the Swahili lesson for intermediate today at from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Kenyan time, but a student, just two students many students did not turn. So we just said let's go to the YouTube so that we can do this on YouTube. But I'll consider about doing this because most of you are live in your country, are available in your country at this time. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, Phoebe, vizuri sana. Toto anaweza sema sili instead of sikula. Silly, it means I am not eating. You know, I am not eating, you say silly. Sikula, it means I did not eat. So if also you say I don't eat, you can also say silly. I don't eat meat, silly nyama. I don't eat meat, silly nyama. Sawa? So I'll check the time, my schedule, and I'll let you know the time that you will want to be live, so that we can learn Swahili together live here. I don't know if you'll prefer Zoom or Instagram or both. I don't know. So you just tell me. Sina swali. Asante sana mwalimu. Okay, vizuri sana. In case you have any question, just keep writing. Even if the live session will end, I'll see the question and I'll reply it. So don't worry. Otherwise, kwaherini, kuwa na wakati mwema. Kwaherini. Nashukuru. Asante. Asanteni. Kwaherini.